Oh, man. He'd mauled on regular on the chase and then left. He's not happy anywhere. Oh, I don't give a shit about that. That's whatever. But saying that, and I quote, is... Listen to this. Listen to this.
These guys aren't very happy with what's happening to them right now.
You want to know why we're not very happy? Because you power game the fuck out of the situation. Then when you get called out on it, you then try and rage bait.
I really don't know why it had to turn into gunshots.
You have no idea why it had to turn into gunshots.
Pretty fucking stupid.
Pretty fucking stupid. Wait, why didn't you just let us arrest you? Why didn't you just let us arrest you while you're doing a big grow up? Why wouldn't you do that? It's so brain dead. Like, why wouldn't you just let us win? Why? I don't understand. Why would you do this? What is wrong with you? This is some of the most brain-dead dog shit roleplay I've ever seen in the history of RP. Why would you ever do something like that? Ay, 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 ay. So when is it okay to shoot? When is it okay to shoot? Remember a little bit earlier, chat, when I said, hey, listen, if I would have shot you guys earlier, you would have cried about it, right? Over them chasing us on whatever. Now, he's crying about being shot. He's crying about getting shot at when two members of BSK is doing a grow up and is in shit and calls for backup. He's still bitching. Could you imagine if we shot the cops from a car chase, let alone a grow up? Can you imagine the crying then? None of it makes sense, dude.
Yo, I'm just fishing with shot.
People can't take a fucking L.
Look, he was about to say people can't take an L. Dude, that's the whole point. You get to use 500,000 cops. You get to one and shoot. You get to one and shoot people.
What did they charge you with, anyways?
You get to power game your way through whatever it is the fuck you want.
Even though I moved literally fuck all. Like I didn't.
Like what are like? And I'm sure, and what Malachi was saying, I'm sure if I went back and watched the stuff that happened leading up to what happened, I'd probably be bitching even more, bro. He literally just said, he literally was just about to utter out of his words, they can't take an L. Dude, two people called for backup because they were doing a grow up. What do you expect criminal gang members to do? Just allow the boys to get arrested? And get drug trafficking? What exactly are we doing here? That's the dog shit RP? Okay. Yeah, I'll go back and watch it. I'll go back and watch. I'm curious now.
The most about this fucking server is that this could have just been a simple, easy arrest, slap on the fucking wrist, but these dumb fucks decided to call for backups to shoot at us. These guys aren't very happy with what's happening to them right now. I really don't know why it had to turn into gunshots.
I got two officers wanting to come clear this truck.
Actually fucking stupid. People can't take a fucking L. The thing that irritates me the most about this fucking server is that this could have just been a simple, easy arrest, slap on the fucking wrist, but these dumb fucks decided to call for backups to shoot at us. I just don't understand that mentality.
Hey,
It's the most brain dead fucking thing I've ever dealt with in roleplay.
It is that scene is the most chat. I'm not making it up. I'm not making it up. That scene where two guys are growing a substantial amount of drugs, call for backup. Guns are out, drawn. The cops get shot. They use a helicopter. They have all, I don't even know how much cop count. There's two people shooting, myself and Jose, against the entire PD. Jose's getting shot at from a helicopter. Not only that, we're fucking these guys up. We go around to try and get a different positioning. They chase us. We're in a shootout in cars. Meanwhile, he puts people in his vehicle, which you're seeing right now, and takes them to the hospital while we are still fighting. And he has the audacity to say that this is the most brain dead shit he's ever been part of, ever, in the history of RP.
It's the most brain dead fucking thing I've ever dealt with in roleplay.
Oh, by the way, they won as well, by the way. This is them coming after a power game W. This isn't even them crying after they lost. This is them winning. Imagine what they would say if they lost.
The most brain dead fucking low quality bullshit I've ever dealt with in roleplay.
Low quality bullshit he's ever dealt with in roleplay. The same guy that plays on Chase RP.
You get out of that car,
Okay, I could be wrong.
Whoever this fucking group is, they're fucking...
Oh, whoever this group is, you know exactly who this group is.
I only saw two as well.
Fucking stupid.
Just double check the call and make sure they're not in. Just double check the call and make sure they're not in there hiding.
You can hear the people on the radio still talking about the gunfight that they're in,
Just double check the call and make sure they're not in there.
while he is taking the people we're going to rescue to the hospital. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Okay. All right. We've got a violet and a yellow stack. I would love to know what these things give. Oh. I am stun locked. I am stun locked, bro. I am stun locked. Stun locked. What an absolute dumbass. I wonder, I'd love to know, I'd actually just love to know from Foo's point of view, since he's the fucking gold standard for amazing roleplay, what exactly is, when is it okay to shoot at a cop? Because clearly when you're doing a grow up and two guys are caught, so it's 2v whatever, 10, 8, whatever the case may be, what exactly is acceptable? Or should we just allow you to get your W and then go and fuck them for growing drugs? Like what exactly is it? Are you were you upset? Ay, ay, ay. Bro, SOPs, they may as well just remove the term SOPs. They don't get used, dude. There's no it's never been a thing. There's a handful of cops that like play cops, and then there's a whole bunch of other people that just wear a badge. That's why Chase made them server rules and not SOPs? Yeah. I'm just dumbfounded by that. It was just like the worst roleplay, the low quality, shittiest brain dead roleplay he's ever seen in the history of RP, dude. Says the guy that comes from an SBS server. Or ran off to an SBS server. Yikes. All right. Where is this dude at? Yeah, but transporting bodies in the middle, but his excuse is he's not a mind reader. You left the area. No, we circled around because we were dying and up in the open. But that's just the mental gymnastics that fucking try-hard power gamers do when they know they're in the wrong. They'll immediately try and rebuttal with something to have an out to justify their stupid actions, bro. That's all that is, dude. I see right through it, and I'm just like, I'm confident enough to just call it out for what it is, dude. That's all it is. Would he have uttered the same words if it was Changang that went to go help out two of their buddies from doing a grow and ended up in a shootout? Would he have said the same thing? Maybe. I'd like to believe so, because, you know, maybe. Yeah, or maybe this is what it is, man. Maybe it's the fact that he ran on two people that weren't decked in red, and there were just two. It was Malachi and Mello, and he didn't realize that they were BSK in the start, and so he ends up getting in a shootout, and so maybe he just felt like since he's got an audience and they don't, and you know, he feels like he's above them in whatever way. He thought that he could shit on whatever group that was and tear them down. But the reality is it was BSK. And I'm sure his chat also told him it was BSK as well. So it's either he was trying to bully around and try and shit on unknown people, or he's actually an idiot. It's one of the two. I'd like to believe he's not an idiot. So I'm hoping that it's the first one and not the second one. He thought maybe it was 2 random grinders, and so he was feeling big up, and he just decided to shit on 2 dudes that were just role-playing and doing their thing. But, you know, his camping, his camping farms and other places RP is just so superior over the ones that are actually just doing the grows. I don't know. Who knows? Only he knows. Because I sure as shit don't. Anyway, I'm going to shut up now. Because I could go on about it for 3 hours if you let me. Fucking brain dead. Absolutely insane.